I love listening to music. For me, it's one of life's most beautiful things for the lucky ones of us that still can listen. But do you often find yourself listening to only one or a few genres of music? And the same artists over and over again? Look, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's great that you know what you like, if you actually do pick the music you listen to. But let me try to tell you my experience and my view on expanding your musical taste in an attempt to try to help you become a better you by an endless journey through the entire spectrum of music. I used to only listen to reggae, then 90s hip hop, then basic pop rock, and even had my indie pop season, where I'd only consumed Mac DeMarco and Yellow Days. Till a friend of mine, whom I had always admired for his music tastes, made me realize how much our ego and our self is connected to the music we listen to. He simply said, and I quote, "I also used to only listen to indie pop, but now it's becoming really mainstream, so now I'm looking for new music, something no one listens to, just because I like to be and feel different." That level of self-conscious thinking struck me to the day, and it made me think about how much we relate ourselves with the things we consume, be it music, movies, or even ways of eating or living, such as being a vegetarian. I then thought to myself, if what I listen to defines my identity, I want to get to know me for real, and I can't get to know myself through the music I like by listening to the same records over and over again. Then I'd never change. Or worse, never get to know me at all. And I would say that that's when my conscious music consuming path started. I started listening to rap, the classics of rock, but not minding the genre, just searching for the answer to the following question after each listen. What did this album evoke in me? What has changed, if something, inside of me after listening to this? And if the answer to both of those questions was nothing, then I'd move on to another artist. Or not, give it another listen to see if I get something out of it this time. Let me make this clear. It does not matter what you listen to, or not listening to what everyone is listening to, but rather being conscious about your choice of listening to something, whatever that piece of music is. Well, since that, it's been about 6 years, and now I'm proud of the music I've listened to in this time, the music I've discovered, the emotional connection I have developed with so many of these albums I've listened to, but mainly about this journey of self-discovery through the discovery of new pieces of music. I got to the early conclusion that people who listen to music purposefully tend to be very emotional, truthful, and open to the word about themselves. They seem to develop a greater sense of empathy. I'm not saying all of this just to brag that I listen to X or Y band, of which I would never put one song in public. No, I'm saying that the process of actively searching for new pieces of music and exploring in that field as much as possible actually enriches you in a spiritual and emotional level. Music is for me a medium between you and the creator. Part of the creator's soul is being delivered to you by sounds. So it depends on all of us to take that soul carefully and really appreciate it. Understand what is being trying to be transmitted. I'm sorry if my message sounds very cliche, but I do really believe that music can in fact change the world for the better. I encourage you not to listen to something just because it's beautiful, but because it makes you feel something. Music, as albums, is intended to be an entire experience, and as such, it can manage to generate anything in anyone, depending on themselves and their connection to the piece. That's why the most pleasant to the ear tracks are always the most listened to. And there's certainly nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying you should try to escape that loophole of listening to the most listened or most pleasant or even what Spotify suggests and try new experiences. Try to pick one artist that calls your attention and listen to its entire discography. Submerge yourself into them and I assure you, you will find deeper meaning. Just recently, I decided to only listen to Arca for 1 week. I had never listened to or really liked anything from Arca, but now I can honestly say that it's one of my favorite Hispanic artists of the moment for sure. It hasn't been long since I started listening to Death Grips, for example. I had tried listening to them a few years ago and didn't quite get it. It just felt like nonsense noise. But as I grew as a person and experienced a lot as a music listener, I gave it another try and found myself actually enjoying Death Grips' The Powers That Be. It wasn't a pleasant experience, but it was something I had never heard. And it left me with mixed feelings. And that's what great artists get to do to the listeners sometimes. Evoke feelings, sensations that we cannot describe. And it's there where the actual beauty, not aesthetic beauty, but the essence of the music is shown. I guess that my point with all of this is just to encourage you to get out of your comfort zone and listen to new things you've never heard and see how they make you feel. I promise your music taste will change just by forcing yourself into new experiences. And with that, you will change as a person for the better as well. There's nothing better than to find yourself enjoying an album or an artist you hadn't even heard of a couple days ago. Also, this way of thinking and actively looking for new music gives credit to actual talent in the musical industry, and not just industry plants. No matter what you believe in, this is an actual benefit for everyone. If you want to listen to new music but have no idea where to get great artists from, try going into the Rate Your Music website and search the charts by year of best average rated albums and start there. Or even go and watch some Fantano videos about great albums and then listen to them. Just be careful, there can be a lot of toxicity in the music critique niche. So always trust your gut, make your own opinions about the music you listen to, and diverge from the most listened or even better rated music into anything you yourself like. It's not about how objectively good music is, but about your personal connection with it. Enjoy your journey and good luck.